Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Misty, and today we're going to be talking about I guess my experience with melatonin. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get into that. So melatonin, yeah. I've never really had a good experience with melatonin. At least when I take at least like two, I guess. When I would take two of those, I always had like crazy dreams. Sorry, that's my cat. But the first time I had an experience with melatonin was back before I went to college, and I had some crazy dreams from that. So one night I guess I had gotten drunk or something, I can't remember. But I guess I also too had caffeine during the day, so I couldn't really go to sleep on my own. So my roommate was like, hey, why don't you just take some melatonin? And I was like, I'd never took melatonin before, but I'll give it a shot. So I did. And let's just say I had the worst dream of my life. When I took melatonin, I woke up in this is me waking up into my dream. I was in like this creepy looking one single room, like you do when people would wake up in Saw, the movie. So it was like a dirty room with a dirty mattress on the floor, and for some reason the cast of New Girl was in my dream. I don't know why. But maybe I was like watching New Girl like constantly at that point in my life. But anyways, the cast of New Girl was here in this room, and we wake up, well, at least I wake up, and Winston is on the floor with his hand like cut off from his elbow to his hand is cut off, and he's bleeding out like badly. And we're screaming, and we're just wondering what's going on and everything. And then after that, it clips over to the next day, I guess. That's the best way I can explain it. So it clips over to the next day, and I'm looking around the room, and I see Winston is face down on the floor, dead. And then there's this little drain in the middle of the room, and I start seeing spiders come out of it. And the spiders quickly start filling the room, but for some reason it's just me in this room. So it fills the room, and one of them gets on me, and it's crawling up my back and up to my head, and I went like this, and I closed my eyes, and I was and I grabbed it, and I tried to squeeze it with my hand as quick as possible, but I couldn't. It ran up my arm, and it ran up to my neck and bit me. And at that point, that's when I woke myself up. I jolted myself up. I could not even wake up during this entire dream until I got bitten. But yeah, that I was gonna have a panic attack, because when I woke up, my heart was beating really fast. I was sweating real bad, and so I turn on my TV, and I'm scared to crap at this point. And I was like, oh man, I don't ever want to experience that ever again. And so at this point, I'm just scared, and I try to force myself to go to sleep, but I had to turn on the TV so I can at least hear something, I guess, or just see the room. But recently, so I've been working a lot. I was working at Bed Bath & Beyond, and they had always had me working at nights. So I'd come in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then go till 12 o'clock. So I wasn't getting home till almost about 1:30 or something, and or even 12 o'clock, 12:30. Yeah, it only takes about a couple minutes to get home. But anyways. So one night I decided to take melatonin. My husband gave me two, and we go to bed together and everything. And in the middle of this dream, my husband had went to bed, and then at this point when I'm having this dream, he'd already went to work. So it's just me in this room, in our bedroom, and this, let's just say, disclaimer, this is like a very, very graphic story that I'm about to tell you. So, I am in this dream, and I'm back at college, and I get a phone call from my friend Garrett at the time, and he was like, hey, we're having a party at my house, you're invited. If you want to come, that's fine. If not, that's also fine. And I was like, yeah, I don't mind coming. I just have to go pick up my husband real quick. He's in my room. Because at the time, sometimes my husband would come and see me when he gets time off, like a 4-day weekend or something. He'll come and visit me, and he will stay that entire time. And while I'm at school, he will go. He would just stay in my room, or he will go mountain biking. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. I can go pick up my husband, and we can head over there. And he was like, all right. So I'm driving, and so I get to this like point where I'm coming down this like dark road. There's no street lights or anything, so I have my brights on, of course. And all of a sudden, it's like I get to this point where there's a kid in the road. He's just standing there, and I was like, that's weird. So of course I stop, and because I don't want to run over a kid. So I run. I just sit there. And this kid is like staring at me, and he's like watching me, and then he starts walking across walking in front of my car, and just staring, still keeping his eyes on me. And he's walking to like this over to the side on the my left hand side. He's walking to like this trailer park home, so I'm assuming it's his home. And he walks over into the yard, and he walks up the steps into the trailer park house. And he comes out with a cat. And he like takes he's holding it, like he has the cat like this, and then he takes one hand and he takes the jaw, and he like rips it off. I am just like, what the heck is going on? Like, I'm trying to figure out what is going on. But also, I forgot to tell you that when he was walking up to the house, like, he was like staring at me, like smiling. I don't know if you guys ever watched Supernatural, and like around the first season when Sam and Dean, they're looking for Yellow Eyes, and there's a scene in one of the episodes where Yellow Eyes like looks up, and he's like smiles with like this creepy smile. And this is what the kid is doing, like as he's walking up the steps. He's looking at me, and he's smiling at me, and his smile looks as though like it like goes straight through my soul. I don't feel like this is an actual kid. I think he's like possessed or something. Like, it is crazy. Like, it's not human-like at this point. And so that's what explained why he like ripped off the head of his cat. And then at this point, I'm trying to leave, but in your dream, like, you're going so slow to try to get where you're trying to go. And so I'm like slowly like reaching for the keys to turn on the car, because somehow my car is off. I don't know what I did in that point, but I turned off my car. And he runs over to me as he doesn't run over to me yet. So as I'm trying to reach for the keys to turn on the car, he's pouring gasoline all over the house. He's going around the house pouring the tank of gas. And he starts pouring it all over to the car, leading it over to the car, pouring it around the car, and then on my car. This is when I'm like about to turn on the car, and then he like pulls me out of the car. And like he gets over like, I don't know how, he was on the other side of the car, and then somehow he was he was that quick to get over to my side of the car and pull me out. He pulls me out, and I somehow break away from him, and I run off. And there's a house over to my right hand side across the street, and it's also a trailer. So I run over there, the light is on, and I was about to run up the stairs, but he grabs a hold of me, and he takes on like this like metal sharp piece of I don't know where he got this, a scrap piece of metal or whatever, and he slices open where my abdomen is. So my lower abs, like underneath my belly button. He like slices a good chunk into me. And I'm like holding myself, trying to make it stop bleeding and everything, and then finally I get like, he's like, at this point, like after he like cut me open, he's like trying to like start beating me up. So in my head, I'm thinking I am going to die. And finally, I get the common sense and I pick up a rock that's not too far from me. And I pick it up where it's not too far from me. And I pick it up and I throw it on his head. Like I smash his head in. And then finally, like I wake up. And I'm like looking all over the room. I'm like panicking. My heart's beating real fast. And so stop. She's trying to get me my attention. But anyways, so at this point when I wake up, I'm like looking around the room, and I turn on one of our lamps because I want to make sure. No, I don't turn on the lamp. I turn on the overhead light. I turn on the light and everything so I can make sure I go to sleep, so I can see everything around me. And then I just turn on some like comedy and stuff, and I'm just like trying to force myself to go back to sleep. And I'm like trying to text him because at the time he was working on the gate because he is military. And I was talking to him, and I was like, I had the worst dream ever. I thought I was going to die in my dream or whatever. And yeah, it was crazy, you guys. Like I never had that kind of a graphic dream before. I mean, besides the fact that I had that dream of waking up in that one single room, but even then that dream wasn't a very graphic dream where I would wake up and I thought I was going to die in my dream. But yeah, that's pretty much my experience. And of course, I'm never going to take melatonin. I would rather go have no sleep than take melatonin and experience those dreams ever again. But yeah. But yeah, that's my story about melatonin. If you guys, I guess if you guys are very interested in like dreams and stuff, if you know anything about what that is, about like what those dreams mean or anything, please let me know, because I want to know if I need to look out for myself. Otherwise, please comment down below. Let me know what you guys want me to put on my video next, on my next video, I guess. So, so comment down below. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell for me, so then you know when I post, because I'm gonna have like this crazy schedule. So, all right, bye you guys.